I appreciate you guys pulling up, showing love. Appreciate the resubs. Definitely will pop in and out when I could. All right, okay. Let's put this over here. Let's get the chat up. You know, I was thinking when I started up stream, we're chilling in the chatting view right now, and I was like, I set this view up so long ago, and I never use it. Every time we like have a conversation on stream, I literally always forget to hit the button to switch to this view when we're having conversations. And then when I got started, I was like, no, we're gonna start in this view because I'm like, why don't I use this view? Why? You know what I mean? Like, I gotta get some usage out of it. Let's see. Is multi-chat working? No, it's not. Platforms. If you guys are just pulling up to the stream, we are just getting started. Just hit the button on YouTube. Just getting a couple of little things set up for the stream, and we're going to get started in just a moment. Where did the chat just go? There we go. Now it's working. Okay, I can close that. I can close this. Boom. All right, is this showing current chat? Can somebody just type anything in the chat really quickly? I just want to make sure it's working. If you could on YouTube, that'd be great. If you're on Twitch, either chat, doesn't matter. I just want to make sure that the multi-chat window is working. Bet, appreciate you guys. And then King, you also said yes. You said I was going to do that during some of my productive days, but it's way more work than I thought. Dude, honestly, you could do it. Like you can do it because like you actually have a lot of, you know, little things that you're doing, a lot of productive things that you're working on, whether it's spreadsheets, meetings, whatever the case might be, that I think would be pretty cool if you wanted to get into like, you know, doing some kind of lifestyle vlog style content where you cover your process, right? So you give like the behind the scenes, but it's also a bit inspiring to people who maybe want to follow along and maybe do a similar thing that you're doing, right? So it could be cool, dude. I could see something like that really working. I could see it. So it's going to be a lot of work, but you could do it 100%. I appreciate that, Bones. Bet YouTube and Twitch are both working. Let's go. Let's go. All right. I actually tweeted a go live for the first time in I don't know how long. And I also just put up a really long thread on Twitter. If anybody gets a chance and you want to go and read that, I think it's a pretty interesting read. I've been thinking a lot, chat, a lot about content creation. A lot. Like it's been on my mind very heavily in the last couple of days. I don't know if anybody in here peeped anything from like that streaming university thing. Me and Lex was watching mad clips and a lot of the streams as well. But yeah, I know I love talking about streaming stuff. You know, it really is. I mean, as much as I say it, it really is honestly like one of my passions that I've really enjoyed putting a lot of time into, you know, and it's one of those things where you do it, right? And you see different levels of success across the board. Like, for instance, I could see King doing something like this. And, you know, I'm just talking about at an idea level. It'd be a great idea. I could see the path for how you can make it work, whatever, you know, the success levels that you hit and all that kind of stuff. That's always going to be up in the air. It's going to vary. But the idea itself, I think it's great. I think you could do it. And I think that's part of the fun of it, right? Is that you can have a really cool idea, execute on it. You never know where it could take you. Honestly, you never know. You never know. Because if I told you like that I knew what any of this was going to bring from putting in the time and effort, I'd be lying. You know what I'm saying? I'd be lying. But yeah, no, like I looked back, right? I looked back today at some of the hold on one sec. I just want to make sure the audio is good. I'm trying to get my headphones connected, but it's not working. There we go. But nah, I was looking back on a lot of our like stats and things and all the like I usually set goals each year, personal goals, streaming goals, all that kind of stuff. And I was looking at like our streaming goals, like content creation goals, I should say, because we do more than just stream. Like, and honestly, we've had so much more success on YouTube, TikTok, and it's been crazy because, you know, and that's why it's important that you diversify, because, you know, you could be more successful in one area than another. You know, you never know what's gonna pop off, but it's been just kind of wild seeing everything kind of snowball over the course of the year. Because on one end, right, like from you guys' side, and you'll be able to speak to this more than I can, but on the outside looking in, I could imagine it might seem like, holy shit, this motherfucker is like, things are happening, you know, opportunities are coming, this, and the third. But on my end, chat, like I see those things coming, but I also see that not much has changed. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense, chat? Like I can see the growth, and I can see that at the same time, not a lot has changed. So like on one side, the perception has changed, if that makes any sense. I don't know if that makes any sense, but the perception has changed, which has brought along a lot of opportunities, but that's come with consistency and understanding certain things. And you know, that's just how that works. But at the same time, you know, I haven't needed to like do a collab with some big creator, or, you know, like fucking average 10 viewers on Twitch, or, you know, average 20, 30 viewers on Twitch, or, you know, get some big sponsored deal. I haven't had to do any of those things. For most of y'all have been here the whole time. You know, we've been chilling over here in our corner. But it's just kind of wild. Like, that's the best way I could put it. Like, I see that not much has changed, but the perception has changed, which has brought all the opportunities. And it's been crazy, man. It's been really wild. It's been a really good year. But to get back to the point, like that's why I was really in my bag the last couple of days, you know, and me and Alexa were kind of like going back and forth. And we just were talking about a lot of this stuff, like content creation and what it could be, you know, if we really like put our heads together. It's like any business, right? Like if we put our heads together, we could really make something like pop off, you know? And I don't mean pop off in the sense of like, you know, blow up millions of viewers, chat. Like I'm not talking about that, but I mean like pop off in terms of just having a level, any level of success with, you know, the time investment and effort that we put into it. I could see it, you know what I'm saying? I could really see it. But that's a conversation we've been having, you know, which has been pretty fun. That's why I always encourage you guys, man, just even in the Discord, like just reach out, talking about this stuff, like just conversating here on stream with you guys. Like, even if I'm just talking to myself, like just talking about the stuff, you learn so much, you know what I mean? You get so many new ideas, just in a sense, obsessing over like what you need to do, what you want to do. Like, you know what I mean? You can really gain a lot from it. Yo, what's going on, Shio? King said, fair, I need to go back and actually watch that setup video you sent me forever ago for sitting on my Twitch. Shio said it's dope and it's a passion for you because people need positivity and high vibes rather than toxic money making narratives. I'll get to that in a second. Total sense. It's like your process is the same, but the time between opportunities. Yeah. That's, I mean, and you know, this, listen, I tell y'all, like whatever I get, I will always just share it, you know, and the best way I could put it, and it's for everybody in chat, because I know we got some creators in the chat, you know, I know we got people in here who are on the grind. The best way I could put it for you, man, is people always say like consistency is key, like be consistent. And I've seen a lot of people talking about, you could go anywhere. If you go and Google like how to do streaming, like a generic search, like people are gonna be like, you got to be consistent, and then you have people that tell you, you got to post, you know, 3 times a day, 4 times a day. You got to post at this time. You got to use these hashtags, this, that, and the third. Chat, what I'm gonna tell you is this: none of that shit is true. All right, none of that shit is true. Those things are things that work for the people, or may work for the people who are sharing them, but there is no, content creation is not an exact science. It's not a step 1, step 2, step 3 equals this result. That's just not how it works. You know what I mean? But when I say there is a level of consistency you have to, you know, give to the craft, you got to be consistent in your effort. Right? You have to be consistent in your posting, yes, but it's the reason why you have to be consistent in your posting, right? Because, and I don't want to ramble on this too long, because we can end up talking about this shit I could talk about this stuff forever, chat. But just to kind of sum it up, think about it like this. Let's say King starts up a channel, right? And, you know, King is a dope person, dope personality, really keen eye for quality and production, right? Like straight up professional. But King starts to make content, and King is posting on TikTok, YouTube, whatever. King might not see viewers for months, years even. And when I say might not see viewers, I mean like you may get like 10 views, 30 views. Maybe you might have a video blow up every once in a while, 1,000 views, 100 views, maybe like something like that. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the follow, B Green. Yo, what's going on, my dude? I see you guys in the chat. My bad. I got y'all as soon as I make this point. What was I saying? I didn't want to lose my thought. But no, so you might see some views over time, right? But the key to the consistency part is you want to keep putting content out there, quality content, right? And I don't mean, because see, every point that you make, you have to state the nuance to it, right? Because the quality comes with time and consistency, right? You have to build up to that, because a lot of people say I have to post quality, but I can't post this because it's trash. And you know what I mean? Again, I could go all down these rabbit holes, but just to stay on the point, you know, you got to be consistent, because you have to think about it like this. Even though King is making dope content, right? And people like his content, whatever the case might be, people don't know who King is. Viewers don't know who you are. Your audience hasn't found you yet. You have to build up that consistency in posting and creating content across multiple platforms in order to build trust with your potential viewers. That's what this is. You know what I mean? You could be dope. Your content could be fire. You could be the most skilled person in a video game, whatever the case might be. But until you build that relationship and that trust with your potential audience, the other side of you posting, which means the views and the engagement, all that stuff doesn't come until people start to see you more. The more people see you, right, the more they will eventually start to trust you. Like, hey, they see King post some dope content, right? And they're like, yo, this guy knows what he's talking about. I trust him. I like his personality. I'm going to follow. I'm going to subscribe. I'm going to like this video. I'm going to comment, right? And that takes time over time, because I'm going to tell you, it's like a trickle down effect. People don't like engaging, chat, just to keep it 100. People do not like engaging. When they watch content, we all do it. When you scrolling on TikTok or whatever, you don't like every single video that you see. You don't comment on every single video. You don't follow everybody. Even people you fuck with, you don't follow, you know, every time you watch. You will consume hundreds of hours of content. You don't follow people, right? So engagement is like the hardest thing to do, but that's why you got to be consistent. You know what I mean? That's where the consistency aspect comes in. But again, like I said, it's not an exact science. It's not an exact science. And you can't just be posting. Listen, y'all know me. I will always keep it 100. You can't post bad content and say I posted really. I mean, everybody thinks their content is fire, right? But you can't post bad content and then say where the viewers at. I posted 1,000 videos, but nobody's here. At some point, you got to ask yourself, like, why is no one here? there's probably something not working. And that's where you gotta be brutally honest with yourself. You gotta be open to pivot, right? You gotta be open to ask questions and learn. Cause the thing about, I mean, it's not even just content creation, but the thing about life in general, chat, you don't know everything. And the sooner you get that through your head, the ceiling is, there is no ceiling. But you got to get that through your head. Yo, Cruel, appreciate the 4 months, my guy. Welcome in, welcome in. Let me read some of these chats because I know I'm chatting. I know B Green has something to say. Appreciate the follow, B Green. I seen you on YouTube as well. But B said, and at the very least, speaking about it gets it off your mind and out into the world. Where it goes from there is endless, but going from thought to words is a huge first step. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I'm a big proponent of conversation. You learn so much by talking to different people, chats. You learn so much. Like, you know how they say closed mouths don't get fed? It's the truth. Like, you have to get out there, meet people and speak and conversate. And you gotta just stay curious. You gotta ask questions. You got to ask questions. You know, you have to. Bone said 1,000%. We've definitely been consistent with the pod, which turns 10 next year. Yo, congratulations. Huge congrats. That's awesome, dude. 10 years podcasting. That's huge, dude. That's huge. Said done all the things, tweet, Insta, Facebook, all of it. Absolutely, man. Yeah, man, you gotta be consistent. You gotta be willing to, like I said, try new things, step out of your comfort zone. And I'll put it to you like this, right? We had a really cool teaching moment in the Discord, right? I'm not going to call the person out because that's not the point of it. But, you know, they came in and they shared a link and they were like, yo, here's a link for my channel. Like, subscribe, follow, drop your links, and I'll do the same. And I had to tell them, like, and they're a new creator, but I had to tell them, like, you know, that for those who don't know, that's called follow for follow, right? And it's not always a malicious thing, but you shouldn't do it, right? And the reason why is this. As a creator, I'll just stick to that side of it. As a creator, the first thing that you never want to do when you're trying to reach a new audience, right, or introduce yourselves to people is drop your link, tell people to like, subscribe, and follow. You haven't given people a reason to. I have no reason to. I don't know who you are. I don't know what your content is. You haven't provided me, your potential audience, any value. And that's the biggest thing as creators. Our job, our purpose is to provide value for viewers. That's our purpose. If we're not doing that, you can't call yourself a creator. There's got to be something that you're providing to people, whether it's education, entertainment, inspiration, motive, whatever it is, right? You got to be providing some kind of value. So as a creator, if all you do is post links and tell people like, subscribe, and follow, but you're not leading with your content, you got to let your content speak. And call to action is important. Again, here's the point of, like, there's always a nuance to it. It is important to have call to actions. Absolutely. It is important to let people know, hey, do the things. But I'm talking about order of operations. One has to come before the other, right? Your content has to speak first. That's the important part. You know, so especially for new creators, if you're coming in, I always encourage folks, come in, ask questions, you know, share ideas, brainstorm ideas. Hey, is this a good idea? What do y'all think about this? Or, you know, share a clip of something. Hey, I was thinking about doing it. That's what I try to encourage, you know, within the Discord for the folks who are trying to get into content creation, and just folks who are here just conversating, like, talk, you know, like, bounce these ideas off. You'll learn a lot. But yeah, always lead with your content. Let that speak volumes, because you want to not just attract. Your job is not to attract everybody. Everybody not gonna like you. Reality is everybody don't like me. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who don't like me, you know. But it's not my job to get everybody to like me. It's not your job to get everybody to like you, you know. But you be yourself. You push your content out there, and the right people will find you in time. You know. But yeah, man, I went off on that for a bit. I'm telling you, I've always thought about, like, making content around, like, this kind of stuff in conversations. I might post this, maybe I will, but I know that in doing this for a couple of years and like, sharing ideas like this, the thing that people always hesitate on is they'll look at you and they'll be like, how you talking? And you averaging 6 viewers on Twitch. You don't have 1,000 followers on TikTok. Okay, you got a partner on YouTube, but like, how you talking? And it's like, if you do it long enough, it doesn't matter what your numbers are. You learn a lot. But let me read chat. I'm so sorry, y'all. Bones said we just do it for the fun. If anybody else listens, that's even better, but there isn't much engagement, mostly just friends. And again, you got to have a vision for what success looks like for you, right? That's what it's about. Success is going to look different for everybody. It's not going to be the same for everybody. Some people will get into it, do it for fun. You got to know, you have to have a vision, right? You got to say to yourself, like, what do you want it to be? Do you want it to be a big podcast? And what does that success look like? Like, what are your goals, right? Like, okay, is my goal to hit 100 followers on the pod this year, right? Or get, I don't know how podcasts work, but, maybe get like 50 downloads or something like that within a year or something like that, right? You got to set goals for yourself, and then that informs the actions that you take. But like, if you're happy with, it just being friends and it just being like an outlet for you, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of people who just do content for their friends. There's a lot of people who do content just for their group. There's nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of people who do it just to express themselves. There's nothing wrong with that. Shio said people confuse consistency with discipline. For anything to grow, there's a certain amount of discipline that it will need in order for it to grow. Absolutely. Discipline is an energy. Discipline as an energy and action towards that craft. Absolutely. And he said, you also got to be willing to step out of your comfort zone because it's scary and sometimes embarrassing. It is for very few people, it's not embarrassing, I should say, when you're getting started. But for a lot of us, we've all said the same things. I don't like how my voice sounds. I don't like watching myself. Nobody's going to like me. I'm not interesting. You know what I mean? I'm not funny like X person. I'm not entertaining like Y person. I'm not that creative. We all go through a lot of the same, things when we're getting started, and we really sell ourselves short, man. We really sell ourselves short. But that's why the biggest thing when you're doing content creation is surrounding yourself with good people, who are pushing themselves. If you really want to do it, if you really want to do anything, chat, you have to surround yourself with people who are pushing themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, I surround myself. I am fortunate. Me and Alexa are two people that push each other. You know what I'm saying? We push each other, chat. Mostly it started with her pushing me career-wise, and then I push her in other ways, but we push each other, chat. And you have to have people in your circle that push you. That's so important, especially when it comes to content creation. You gotta have, you don't always have to have a circle to get started, but it's always nice to have, people around you when you're getting started. It is nice to have that, but it's hard. It's hard to get people to believe and to get people to see your vision. It's a very difficult thing. Not everybody could do that, because we all, I'll speak for myself, but I know a lot of people end up in the same place where, you get started and it's like, you want your friends, you want your family, you be tight sometimes. You be like, why y'all don't pull up? Like, if 20 of y'all motherfuckers pull up, do you know where I'd be at? Like, and at a certain point, you got to just realize, I mean, yeah, maybe, but the reality is your success will not be built off of, them being there. At some point, you got to grow past that, because the success comes from when strangers start to find you. And it's hard, but once strangers start to find you and new people start to find you that you never met before, that's where the success comes in, because that's where the bonds get built, and that's where the foundations get started. So, it's a tough path, but yeah, man, it takes time. It takes a lot of time. It does. But like I said, I could talk about this shit a lot. Like, I could talk about this endlessly, chat. But I hope everybody's doing well, dude. I hope everybody's having a good week. I know it's only Tuesday. It's a short week this week, chat. We got 3 more days to look forward to. I know it's been a little minute since I hit the button. Appreciate you guys' patience. But yeah, man, I'm going to get started with some Destiny here in a moment. But if anybody ever wants to talk, man, anybody ever wants to talk, I hope this conversation, you know, again, informs you and reinforces that idea. Like, look, I've been doing this for a long time. There's a lot of stuff that I've learned, and not just content creation stuff. I'm talking about life stuff, chat. Like, I'm here. I'm an open book. I shared a lot and I have no problems doing that, you know? So if you guys ever want to, like, you got a question or anything, you want to hit me up in Discord or, you know, just chat on the stream, it doesn't matter. Like we could chat, you know, but you know, I hope you guys took something away from that, you know, because I love talking about this stuff, man. I love talking about this stuff. And like I said, there's a long thread that I wrote on Twitter. So go give that a read, you know, check it out, share it with folks. I think it's pretty insightful. You know, I try to share those things. Unfortunately, the way the X works, one moment I'm in the algorithm. The next moment, my shit is in the basement. It's under the platform. I don't know, chat. I don't know what's up with that. But hopefully people see it. I think it's a pretty good thread. And it's pretty insightful. So yeah, man. Go show that some love. Give it a share, give it a like. Yeah, what's going on, Red? How you been, dude? I don't know if you were here the whole time or not, but you just missed the whole conversation, bro. The whole conversation. You got to go read that thread. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's reset today, chat. That means Ride of the Nine has double loot. Not double loot, increased loot, right? Yeah, that's right. Second week is gonna have like weapons dropping from just any enemy kills. So this is going to be a good week if you want to farm Ghost of the Deep. It's going to be a good week. But I'm not going to be doing that today, chat. Today, I'm going to be jumping into competitive because I need to get my hands on this Redrix. I've been holding off on playing comp for the entire episode because I'm not going to lie. I don't usually have issues with the PvP meta. I usually just jump in and play anyway. But man, this episode, chat, just playing like sixes, I just couldn't do it. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just play something else. So I just been chilling off of that. But there's been a lot of tuning, a lot of updates. So I think now is a pretty good time to jump in, and I want to get my hands on Redrix. So we'll do that today. Say you just got here? Nah, it's all good. It's all good. I know Twitch was saying they were gonna be working on some kind of rewind function or something like that. I don't know if that's true or when that's gonna happen, but I saw that was supposed to be a thing. We'll see if it ever actually happens. I don't even know. Is that something that people would actually want to see? A rewind function? You said YouTube has status for lives? What that mean? YouTube has status for lives. What do you mean? Oh, YouTube has that for lives. Yeah, they do. I think Twitch said they're trying to make that a thing. But we'll see if it actually happens. All right, let's jump into some comp. Question is though, what the hell do I want to use, chat? When I tell you I deleted so many builds and I just started rebuilding my stuff, because actually B Green was asking in Discord about some of my hunter builds, and I had to go on dim, and then I realized I was like, I never put these builds in the loadout menu. I just had like random builds in here, so I'm like, damn, I need to go in here and redo a lot of these builds, because a lot of them, the weapons or whatever the case, a lot of this stuff is not even still current, which needs to change. Is the screen supposed to be black? What are you talking about? The screen's not black. What are you talking about? Screen's not black. Oh man, yo, we've had so many like little things today, because it's been a little minute. I haven't streamed in like a week, so a lot of little quirks. All right. What's good right now in PvP chat? What do you think? What are we thinking? I know I can go get my Igneous. I've got BXR on me. I've always got my Rose. I could do Rose. You know what? Maybe I'm gonna just bring out the greatest hits, chat. We'll go with Rose. Where's my shotty at? Where is Fractifist? Where's the Frack shotty? Or actually, you know what? Why am I using that? We have this right here, Deadlock. I think Deadlock was better. But does anybody actually have Redrix? Like, is Redrix still good? Like, is Redrix still a good shotty after the nerfs? Because I just kind of feel like, besides getting it just because, you know, it's the comp weapon, which I usually do anyway, is it worth having and using? I just realized I don't even play with exotics. I never have an exotic in my loadout. That's kind of wild. Okay. Let's get our time loss found verdict. Where's Igneous? Here we go. Are these... I think this is the one. Yeah, Precision Instrument is one I use. You can go Keep Away Opening. And then where's my snipers at? Where's my occluded finality? I might have to go in dim for that. Chat, another thing that I wanted to talk about is we're going to be doing some giveaways coming up. We're going to be doing some giveaways. I haven't tweeted it yet, so you guys are actually the first ones to find out. But we were fortunate enough to get 10 emblems from Bungie to give away. So I will be giving those away. Not today. I wanted to give you guys a heads up so you're aware, so everybody has a fair opportunity to get a chance to win one. Because I don't want it to be like last time. Last time we gave away something, chat. It was hilarious because so there was folks here in the stream, right? This was for Marathon. This was giving away the Marathon code for the alpha. And there were folks here in the chat. There were multiple people who said that they wanted to get the code. And then I told them, I said, yeah, I'm going to give it away after the next game. After the next game, I said, all right, cool. Giveaway started. And only one person entered. And I was just like, and the thing is, we went through multiple giveaways because I did not know how to do a raffle. I kept fucking it up. So there was multiple chances. And it was Shio that won. And Shio won that shit undisputed. There was nobody. And I was just like, well, damn. So I want to give you guys a fair announcement that we're going to be doing that. I'm going to also tweet it as well. And we're going to be giving away emblems across different platforms. So we're going to be giving away some on, I think we're going to do some on X, on Twitter. So if you're not following us, make sure you do that. We're going to give some away, obviously, on stream. And we're going to give away some on YouTube. So we'll be doing that as well. I'm going to kind of split it up so everybody across different platforms and TikTok. I got to do TikTok. But I'm going to split it up so that everybody has an equal chance to get an emblem. You said, you mean you got 9? One's reserved? Nah. Ain't no reserved emblems. Everybody's going to have a fair chance to win one. You know, it'll be fair. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a quick heads up that was going to be a thing. So, and I gotta see what the emblem looks like because I just got the email today, so I haven't put anything together yet. But I just wanted to give you all a heads up. You'll see posts, you'll see announcements for it. All right, I think I got everything that I need. So I don't think my clue. Oh, my clue is right here. Bet. So yeah, we could start off. with BXR, Shoddy, and then if anything, we'll switch things up. I got AS Luna. Sniper, we got Found Verdict. I think we're good, chat. I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good. All right, let's do this. Yeah, I think we should warm up. Should I warm up? I should warm up. Sparrow Control. Wait, what? I thought when Sparrow Control came around, it was like a side node. I didn't know it replaces Control. What is Checkmate Control? Capture zones, defeating. No, I don't want to play a modified thing. I guess we'll just play Supremacy. Said get a little warm. Also Pop Tonic. Pop Tonics. Oh, man. Remember that, chat? I didn't ask if anybody wanted to play PvP, by the way. While I warm up, if anybody wants to join for some PvP, feel free. Or just let me know, because I already started up the queue, but I can always back out. It's not a problem. That is not a problem. Oh, you said you can swap between Sparrow Control and Control? Really? I did not know that. Why is this chat in the way? Oh, I did not know that. I did not know that. Ah, okay. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. What's going on, Cruel? You said, damn, I made applause more expensive? I did not. What are you talking about? I did not. What do you mean? Listen, dude, inflation is a bitch. And now, you know what it is? You know what it is? Because I don't do that anymore. Now, Twitch has it where... There you go. Twitch has it now where they automatically, they have like smart pricing, so they automatically adjust the prices. So that's not me, chat. That's inflation. That's inflation. What can I say? Also, I forgot to shout out Big Dubs. We just finally crossed 300 followers on Twitch. Let's go. We're at 302 right now. Let's get it, chat. So that's crazy. I don't know if it happened today, so I don't want to say that it happened today. But we just crossed 300 on Twitch and 2100 on YouTube. And we're at 892 last time I checked on TikTok. So we're getting there. We're closing in on 1,000. We're getting there. We got to get a couple more, not a couple more. We got to get a couple more streaks of videos popping off. I got to get back on my shit on TikTok because I ain't going to lie, chat. Posting marathon stuff on TikTok was rough. That was rough because we were cooking on TikTok for a minute. Like, if you guys follow us on TikTok, we were cooking on TikTok. Like, when I say cooking, chat, every Destiny video that I was posting on TikTok was getting like anywhere, and this is going to be a big range, but this is how crazy it was. I was getting anywhere between 15 to 90,000 views per Destiny video. And then I started posting a couple of marathon videos during the alpha, and it was like, it like destroyed all my progress. It was really bad. It was really bad. And it's not the fault of Marathon. It was just the narrative around that whole situation. And it ruined our momentum. But as soon as we jump back on to like posting Destiny stuff, things are like starting to pick back up slowly. Emphasis on slowly, but we'll get there. I'm not concerned about that. We'll get there. But it happens. You know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier in the stream, it's not a straight, trajectory. It's not a straight path, but man, that shit was crazy. That shit was so crazy. You said almost overtaking you? Dude, honestly, Twitch has always been the toughest platform for me in terms of like any growth. And I understand like Twitch is not a platform where you grow naturally on the platform. It takes work outside. But yeah, I've had so many people, so many faces come in and out of this stream, but like I think a lot of people just come in from other platforms assuming that I have like a big Twitch following and like big viewership. And I'm saying this because people have actually said this to me, but people have literally come from YouTube and Twitch and been like, I thought you were bigger. And I'm just like, I'm working on it. You know what I'm saying? Like it takes time. But yeah, it's been wild, chat. It's been wild. But Twitch is like my smallest platform in the sense of like any stats that you want to point to. But it's my favorite platform, honestly. Like I love just sitting down, just talking and like conversating with y'all. Like I tell you all the time, like the video games are just background. Like that's my least priority. I just enjoy the conversation. Like honestly, I've thought about just doing just chatting for a long time. But I do love like playing games and gaming with folks in the chat, you know. So it's like that's why I do both. But yeah, my favorite platform is Twitch, like 100%. I love streaming. I wish I could do it more, but I mean, you know, I have a job, chat. I got to balance, you know, life and shit. So, but yeah. You said, I know you went through it. Steal from the rich, socks, give to me. This dude. You said when I saw that short and came here, I definitely thought you had at least 1,000 followers already, bro. I know that's how people feel. I get it. Trust me. I know. I know people pull up and they. I said this last time. I know some people pull up and they be a little disappointed. They be like I scammed them or something. It's like no, like listen, the numbers ain't there yet on Twitch. That's fine, but the person and you know what I do, that shit don't change. That don't change. We'll get there though. I'm not concerned with that. Like I said, that's not at all my drive. That's not at all my drive. And it can't be your drive, honestly. If you doing this thing, bro, like that cannot be your drive. You will not last long. You will not last long, chat. Oh my lord. Wow, is this what a week off does to you? Holy shit. This feels different. This feels very different. What the hell is perfect pitch? Isn't that a movie, chat? What the hell is perfect pitch? What gun is perfect pitch? I don't know what that is. You say, see, I count as 988 follow. This dude. You actually gotta hit people? Wait, what you mean I gotta hit people? What? You mean like physical assault? Like I gotta smack bitches? Like what? Crew said you gotta hit motherfuckers. Oh shit, somebody behind me. I'm cooked. I'm cooked. Oh, with my weapon. This dude. Yeah. We're trying to shake off a week's rust right now, chat. Honestly, a week's rust and an entire season of not really playing PvP. And here I am thinking I'm gonna just jump into comp, but we'll see how that goes. Oh, trying to get the cleanup. Not gonna give it to you. Chat, how's the mic, by the way? I know my mic has been chopped like for a minute now, but hopefully it's not too bad. I'm like still slowly adjusting the filters on it since my whole thing got deleted. I've been trying to rebuild this shit from scratch, so hopefully it's not terrible. I know if I scream, I'll probably blow y'all ears out. Oh, somebody behind me. I got fucking pinched. I knew it. Mike's fine. Appreciate that. Sounds good. Bet. It's a seasonal vendor, SMG from season 24. Okay, wait. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Don't say the season numbers. I've been in the game. We've been in the game too long, chat. I don't know what fucking season we're in. What's the name? What's the name of this season? What is season 24, chat? What season are we even in right now? I don't even know what season it is. Oh shit. I keep forgetting they nerfed GLs in PvP. I forgot that was a thing. They ain't nerfing that close though. Who's outside? Pitch Perfect is a ritual weapon from season 24 was before the episodes. Heresy. Wait, nah, season 24. They're still technically well, I know they call them episodes, but they're still technically seasons, right? You're saying it's Heresy? Oh shit! Did I have bolt charge? Oh, I forgot I was behind the dude's rally barricade. That's kind of wild. I just threw an explosive knife and bolt charge and did not kill that dude. Interesting. It wasn't a question I had, but it definitely got answered. You said no, season 24 was before they changed episodes? I heard somebody say recently though, I forget where or what conversation I was in, but somebody said something about season 27. And I was like, I don't know what season we're in, like. So I don't know, dude. I feel like people are still counting that shit as seasons. Ooh, nice little 3-piece. Okay, we're getting a little rhythm back. So literally the last season. If this was a pop quiz, I guarantee you I'd fail. Oh, why did I just slide into the grenade? Season of the Lost. Gambit's better than Crucible. That's a hot take. That's a very hot take. I don't know if people would agree with you. But on the low, I agree with you. Oh, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Like low-key, I agree with you. But this does not leave the stream because I'm gonna get fucking. No one's gonna take me seriously. if that became the narrative, no one's taking me seriously. They're gonna be like, this guy said what? It's like Gambit is better than PvP. I wouldn't say that current Gambit is better than PvP. I wouldn't say that. I do still enjoy PvP a lot. And I do enjoy Gambit, but I wouldn't say current Gambit. I would say Gambit Prime at its peak. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I would play that shit over PvP every day of the week. Gambit Prime? Absolutely. Absolutely. Me personally, as a Gambit fan. Man, who's trying to take A right now? Oh shit. You said season 23 was Season of the Wish, 24 was Final Shape launch, but before episode Echo launched? Wait, there was no season in Final Shape? That was the beginning of episodes. What season was that? That can't be. Season 23 was Season of the Wish. That I remember. I mean, I don't remember there was season 23, but I remember Season of the Wish, yeah. Final Shape didn't launch immediately with episode Echo. Yeah, no, damn, I don't even freaking remember, dude. I'm trying to think back to that stuff. I do not remember. Cause you're right. I know usually when DLCs launch, there's a season that launches like right alongside it. But I just don't remember I don't remember if it was because they delayed that launch or like was there, because you're saying like there was a season at the launch of Final Shape, but like what was the season? You know what I mean? Like what was the content and whatever we were doing? Because I don't remember that. Oh shit, that actually curved and got me. GG's. Oh, you're just saying that the launch of Final Shape was a season? I wouldn't say that's a season. Because, like, that's like, for example, we had Shadowkeep launch, and then it launched with Season of Undying. Like, Season of Undying had its own content, you know, and all that kind of stuff. Final Shape launch didn't have, like, seasonal content alongside the DLC. Like you said, it was the episodes. No. Chat, I don't remember. Wow, this is crazy. I gotta go and Google that shit. I don't fucking remember. Cause you're right. Episodes came after Final Shape. Absolutely. It was Echoes, Revenant, and Heresy. No, we didn't have any season. I wouldn't say there was a season with Final Shape launch. I think it was just Final Shape launch. And then after they launched the episodes. Man, I gotta go back and fucking Google that shit. Cause I'm really trying to think. I'm like, yeah, when the hell was that? Do I have any tips for editing? You got your first GoPro and you're gonna start uploading paintball airsoft content. Tips for editing. You mean tips like literally editing, or like tips for like how to edit the video in terms of like, you know, strategies and like there's a lot of different ways you could approach that question. And that would be like an entire 5-hour conversation. But like tips for editing, I mean, starting just with the software itself, just go free. Just use DaVinci Resolve. You know, if you're doing airsoft content, I would say try to keep the speed of the video like fast paced, because it's, you know, it's action stuff. Stay on the motion, right? Like stay moment to moment. Maybe include like some brief, I don't know what you were doing during the match. I don't know if you were like talking to the camera or if you have like audio, but like maybe if you have like some moments between the action, maybe you include those between the action, but like find a pace, right? You're just getting started. Try to find a pace with your editing. You know, maybe I never played airsoft, but like try to create some kind of story to it, maybe, right? You don't have to be talking. Even if you want to voice it over, you could, but you know, try to create some kind of story where I can watch the video and not just watch you shooting airsoft. Maybe like I could follow along with something. Like maybe you went into the match and like, you know, you're trying out a new airsoft gun or something like that. So I want to see how it performs. Or, you know, maybe you're going up against a certain person in competition. So like I can follow the matchup between you. Like that's like little storylines like that. You know, think about that when you're creating it. But again, it's your first video. You don't have to go that crazy. But yeah, I would just say find the pacing. You know, find the right pace. That's really it. In terms of like the actual like process of editing, like there's only a couple functions you need to know at the basic. Is just how to cut, which is like just literally cutting the timeline, and then just deleting out what you don't want. Really, that's really what a lot of editing is. It's just cutting and deleting shit that you don't want, and then moving clips around. You know, it's easy to put text on the screen. It's just you just click the text button. Right, you just it puts a text box on the screen. You just type what you want. Like you can do stuff like that. But I mean, me sitting here and telling you is not going to give you the insight that you really want. I'm just kind of giving you ideas. But just Google it, honestly. Just Google it. There's so many like basic editing guides that will show you like step by step what to do that are really helpful. So. He said biggest tip for editing: hire someone, run far away. Honestly, I would say if you get to a certain point, absolutely. Like where I'm at now, I wish I had someone who could come into the streams afterwards or during and chop up a lot of the conversations we have and like put them into videos, because I feel like I have a lot of good ideas while I'm streaming, but I don't have the time and I just don't have the time to sit down and do all of the things that I want to do. So I never get to fulfill a lot of those ideas, even though they're there. And, you know, I work on a lot of stuff like slowly over time, but I just don't have the time to fulfill all the ideas that I have. So it'd be nice. But I'd say for somebody starting out, do it yourself, because you definitely want to know how to edit. You want to know the basics, and you want to know you want to find your language. You want to find your voice when it comes to your content. Right? Because the thing is, when you work with someone who's going to edit your stuff, you want to be able to give them your vision for your content. You know what I'm saying? You want to be able to tell them, like, this is what I'm going for, you know? Because otherwise what's going to happen is you're going to go to an editor and they're going to just do what they do for everybody else, you know? And that might not work for you or your niche or your personality, right? So you want to be able to communicate that to an editor, you know, if you ever get to that point. But I would say I know you're just starting out, but, you know, just learn the basics for yourself, you know, just to understand like how it works, like what are you doing, you know, how you do it, I should say. And then, yeah, later on, when you get to the point where you got like a bunch of ideas and, you know, you've been doing it and, you know, you just can't keep up with it and you scale it up, yeah, I would say get an editor for sure. You said, I know a streamer that has a video format called Streamer Rambles. Could cut up some of the longer convos you have with chat, because you ramble a lot. I do ramble a lot. This I do. I absolutely do. You're not wrong, bro. Oh, no way I missed that shit. I did. Whew. Oh no, somebody was on my left. Damn it. This guy uses comedian. Somebody had the comedian shotty on? I don't think I've ever seen somebody actually use that. Like, oh, I do not want to be here. I do not want to be here, but you can chase me though. Enemy has advantage. You can chase me right where I want you. Yep. Yep. Oh, I couldn't get away. I thought I had some teammates next to me. I guess they died. Yeah, they probably died. That was a good trip mod, yeah. I'm telling you, man, the PvP sense is there, kind of. I just gotta wake it up, you know? Oh, fuck. I just gotta wake it up. I get very lazy in PvP. I get very lazy in PvP. The fuck? Oh, you in the church? Oh, you got that. I'm not gonna waste that shotty. Finish it up. What the? Oh, there's no way I missed that. Oh shit. I don't know why or how I just lived, chat, but that was not pretty. Ooh. I thought that was one person, it was two. Yeah, I've never seen the comedian in PvP. In D2, I should say. I don't even remember when it came out, but I remember when it came out, we were like, oh shit, the comedian. And then like nothing. Like nothing happened. It was like a little bit of hype that it was back, and then I never heard anything about it. That's not a good shotty in D2. Oh shit, you still got your... I could have got that if I used my shotty. Bro, we've been stuck on 49, like... Wasn't it like 40 or some shit? It just doubled the score up on us. I mean, I'd be lying if I said I've been playing the objective. I have not.
Have advanced.
Totally selling my team out. Totally selling my team out. That's the dude with the comedian. Okay. I see you. So we're here talking shit about the comedian, and meanwhile, dude is over here just cleaning my bum ass up. It's so funny. Curious what they have. We could take a look. Let's see. Who was that? One something? I think it was, yeah, one tired young man. Let's see. Stats for all unrelated. I'm getting killed by a trash ass. Not even really a PvP role of the comedian. Oh my god, dude. No, that was the joke now. Oh my god. That's terrible. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, it just says a lot. You know, I've fallen off a cliff because I'm getting killed by that shotty right now. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. That was a terrible play. I knew that dude was up there. I don't know why I pushed that. You changed? I did, bro. I did. Honestly, it takes me like. What episode was that where I was playing a lot of PvP? There was an episode recently where I was playing a lot of PvP. Like we were getting busy, but this episode, this is the first. I want to say, chat, ain't this like the first bit of PvP I'm really playing on stream? Like I ain't even streamed PvP all episode. I only really played Iron Banner 2 days ago. It was only like 2 days ago that I played Iron Banner, so, and that was like a last minute decision because I said to myself, I was like, and you know what's crazy? I said that to myself and I didn't even finish the damn title up. I just realized that because today's Tuesday. I got on Iron Banner to 90%, finished the title. Oh, I'm so mad at this. Hold on. As I'm talking, I just realized it. Look at this shit, chat. I got on, I literally was 80. It's not coming back, right? Iron Banner's not coming back, right? How did I fumble this so bad? I got to 82%. I played 2 days of a ton of Iron Banner to finish all these objectives up. Got to 82% on the matches, and I didn't even finish. That's so crazy. That's so crazy.
3 minutes left.
I cannot believe I threw like that. That's a crazy throw, Chad. That's a crazy ass throw. That's such a throw. 82%, man. You said it's okay. It's not okay. That's not okay. Bro, that's the second Iron Banner in a row where I did that. The last time I did, it's not as bad as the last time I did it. The last time I did this, chat, the clip is probably out there somewhere. The last time I did this, which was the previous episode, I was at 99%. And then there was maintenance the next day, the Tuesday reset where I was gonna wake up and finish it. There was reset and I couldn't finish. I was at 99%. So I am now 2 guilds behind on my Iron Banner title for no reason. I don't know why. I have no reason to be behind. Because I know people don't care about titles, but I usually like to keep up with them. I am now 2 guilds behind. That's so crazy. And I was actually working on it. That's so messed up. That is so messed up. That's so messed up. Should invited you to some matches? I did. I invited folks into Discord like 2 days. I was like, yo, anybody want to play Iron Banner? Hey man, look, the invite. I put it out there. He said it's okay, it's just a guild. No, I know it's not like a major thing. I just like to keep up with the guilds. You know, especially for like the titles that I care about. Like I enjoy Iron Banner. Like I like playing Iron Banner. So, you know, I like to at least get the title done because I'm like, shit, if I'm gonna sit here and play all this Iron Banner, I might as well do the title. It's really only Iron Banner and Dredgen. Those are the only two titles that I like try to guild every episode. Like this, I'm gonna tell you right now, there will be a Gambit stream in the future. So just mark it on your calendar. So you know all the Gambit haters, y'all don't have to pull up. It's okay. I'll give y'all fair warning. You guys will know when that stream is coming up, so that the Gambit haters don't have to tune in, because there will be a full stream dedicated solely to Gambit, because I got to get this done. You said never saw an invite. I'm capping. Hold up, I got receipts. Hold up, chat. He said I'm capping. That's crazy. That's so crazy. I got y'all right now. Chat, am I capping? Or did Cruel mute me in Discord? Let's find out. Let's find out. Am I capping? Or did Cruel mute me in Discord? Let's see. Where is the post? We've had a lot of activity in the LFG and Discord, which I love seeing, man. I love seeing folks getting in there and helping each other out. I highly encourage it, man. I highly encourage it, guys. Get in the Discord, you know, get active. If you're trying to catch up on Destiny stuff, I'm pretty sure there's people out there who need to do stuff. Like, get together, do the stuff. You know, I know people are shy and it's a lot meeting new people. You ain't got to use your mics for a lot of stuff. You know, you can just chill, invite folks, but get in there, man. Get in there, get that shit done. Let's see. I have to scroll through so many damn messages. This is wild. Y'all been active. God damn. I love it. All right, here we go, chat. So let's see. Was I capping? I don't, y'all can see the screen, right? That don't look like a cap. There's no lies here, chat. So what does that say? Join me for Iron Band and reply if interested. All are welcome. Told him to add me. You needed no mic. That was 2 days ago, chat. That was on the 25th at 1:22 p.m. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's so crazy. I sent that out. I sent that out. Now, the problem is if you have the role for this, because I did tag PvP. Where's Cruel at? You have the PvP role, man. I don't know. I have no, I see, I can't. I don't know. I did tag, though. I did put up a post. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. You got every noti but that one? That's crazy. That's so crazy. I have heard people say they don't get certain noties though, which is kind of weird. I've always been kind of trying to work on that because I don't know why that's the case. At one point, I just thought the roles were not working. But every time I check with folks, it's like people are like, yeah, it works. I get it. I see it. So I'm like, it got to be working. Has to be. You said I invite you, Red? Red, if you ever on the game, dude, I know you see us in the list. You can always join, bro. You can see us here in the clan menu, in the friends menu. If you ever see us, just write a message in the chat, in the team chat, and on Destiny. Been soloing Iron Banner the whole week. You know, also, you guys can reach out too. Like, if you guys are ever playing, and this is for everybody. This is not just Cruel, but for everybody. If you guys are like just chilling, if you're playing Iron Banner, if you're playing PvP, if you're doing dungeons, whatever, just shoot a message out. Because honestly, that part helps to build camaraderie in the Discord. Because it's not about whether or not people answer you. Because I know a lot of folks, when they go into Discord, they won't post because they're like, people post and nobody ever answers. Well, if you become one of those people, and I'm not singling out Cruel, but if you become one of those people who don't post because you don't see people join posts, you're also contributing to the problem. Because I love seeing when folks post, and even if folks don't help them or answer, when other people post, they jump in. Like, that's We got to build the camaraderie in the community. That's how you're going to have more people available, which is what we're doing right now. You see so many people in the Discord now, like jumping in, helping folks out, you know, running stuff. Like it's awesome, man. So like real talk. If you are in the Discord and you want to run stuff, like don't wait for me, chat. Don't wait for me. Never wait for me to put a post up. Because LFG is for everybody. It's not just wait for Steve to put up a post. Like you guys get in there if you want to run stuff and do stuff, like put posts up. You know what I'm saying? If you want to raid, try to do that. I mean, raids are always gonna be the toughest to put together. But if you want to play like PvP, Iron Banner, comp, whatever, dungeons, like yeah, shoot up the bat signal. Let people know you got something you want to run. And I always recommend folks, like whether you're in our Discord or any other Discord, you probably will have a better chance of finding people if you tell people exactly what you want to do and what your availability is, because you want to give people a chance to say like, all right, somebody just asked if anybody wants to do this, but like, I'm not free right now, so I'm not going to answer. But if you said like, hey, yo, I want to play some Iron Banner, I'll be free at 7 p.m. tonight. You know what I mean? Or I'll be free, you know, this weekend. Whatever the case is, now people, you know, who are available at that time can say like, all right, cool, I'm not free right now, but I could be free then. Let's set something up. You know, so just some like basic LFG tips. But yeah, dude, you said it's given I didn't call you because you didn't call me. Oh my God, bro. That's exactly what it is. No, and again, like I said, I feel you on that. There's a lot of folks in the Discord, same vibe. You know, I totally understand the social anxiety aspect of it. That's why I don't push folks, you know, because I know there's a lot of people in the Discord who see notifications, you know, who join and then they go silent because they're anxious or afraid to like engage or like talk with people. And that's why I constantly try to shoot out like messages to everybody to like reinforce that like, hey, it's okay. You know what I mean? Like you guys are good here. You can talk, you can communicate, you can use our channels, you can join us for stuff. Like I always try to reinforce that because I know people are anxious and it's tough. And I always want folks to feel comfortable. Like, listen, if there's an asshole in here, they will be gone before they even know they're gone. Like Discord will be deleted from their phone and they're gonna be like, how the fuck did that happen? So you know, I want folks to always feel comfortable. Like, you know, I don't tolerate, you know, that I don't tolerate toxicity. I don't tolerate elitism. You know, I love having people who are great at the game. I love people who excel at doing stuff, but I don't encourage the type of behavior where, you know, you come in and you make folks feel like they can't participate because they not, you know, optimal and fucking doing like strategies and speed running strats in a fucking normal raid in a normal dungeon. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't encourage that kind of stuff. That's not what we do. That's not what we do. So, you know, yeah, I want you to feel comfortable, dude. So look, take your time with it. But always like feel like you can reach out in the Discord or just respond to people. Like if somebody has a question or they want help with something, like if you're free, you know, join them. Whatever the case is, and you just start that bond like that, like, you know, you could do it like that. And you know, there's a lot of things in Destiny you don't need mics, you know, and I know that's the hardest part for a lot of people is like jumping on the mic and like talking to strangers and stuff like that. So, you know, I put that in my posts all the time. I'll be like, yo, no mic needed, because I want people to feel like, yo, you don't have to talk, it's okay. Like it's totally fine, we could just play. Like we don't got to sit up and chat and, you know, make small talk. We could just play, you know. But yeah, like Green said, like this phone works both ways. You said, you know what pisses me off more than having to meet new people? Playing with Fireteam Finder Guardians. I'll take the Discord LFG and eat. Yo, honestly, I hear that a lot. Like I hear it's tough, you know, when you're trying to meet up with random folks. And it also depends, right? It depends on like what kind of activity you're trying to run. That's a huge like factor in it. Because like I've been doing a lot of the seasonal stuff, seasonal, episodic, whatever you want to call it. I've been doing a lot of that stuff, like Expert, Nether, and Court of Blades. I just been using Fireteam Finder because I'm like, you know what? Nobody's free right now in the Discord. Just get 2 random people, and I've had some success. I don't use it for everything. Like I haven't done like a GM or like a raid or what you call it, a dungeon. I haven't done any of those things, but I've used it for like seasonal stuff. It wasn't bad. He said, like, let's be ass together and commiserate in the Discord. Red said, trust me, I used to be in the Discord. I did tons of stuff. I never used the mic. Yeah, no, dude, when we first met Red, we were doing, what was it, Deepstone. And I'm playing like so ass right now. We were doing Deepstone and we did a whole fucking Tanix Deepstone just using text chat. Like text chat is another thing you can use too. A lot of times when I play in the Discord and we don't use the mics, we just talk in text chat. So that's an option too. But yeah, man, like all I'm saying is, you know, we got really cool people in Discord. You know, there's a lot of chill people in there, and they just want to get stuff done. That's it. You know, I've really made the effort to make this a space where, you know, players who might not be like the pinnacle of skill feel like, yeah, I can get in there and do stuff. And, you know, I take my time and I teach people stuff, and, you know, and I try to make them feel, you know, like they can try and make mistakes. Like it's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's just a video game. Like, you know, it's nothing. There's no pressure on you or some shit. But yeah, man, that's the kind of vibe we've been building up for, you know, for a little while now, and it's paid off to where now, you know, we got more people in, and we have more people who feel, you know, encouraged to jump in and do stuff. So it's slowly getting there, Chad. It's slowly getting there. So don't ever feel like you can't. And I know time zones are a thing. That's always difficult too. Time zones are tough. You know, trying to group up with people across the world and, you know, trying to get on the same page. That's hard. That is hard. It's crazy because we have a lot of people from the EU, man. We have a lot of people from the EU who come in and what you call it. And like I want to play with them, but I'm just never on like around the same times. You know, it's tough. Like we have somebody who recently joined us from Sweden. I was like, what? It's crazy. From Sweden. He was doing Ghost last night on Eternity, and the amount of folks who I had to control a type 2 during Samoa or whatever her name is crazy. Like Explorer is one thing, but Eternity, yeah. And that's the thing, like a lot of people don't know how to do these like encounters. Like I haven't done, like Ghost is tough, right? Because if you're doing Ghost with people who don't know how to do Ghost, there's a few things you want to like be able to explain to them, you know? So that's gonna be tough. Yo, chat, I am getting absolutely shit on right now. But yeah, Ghost is tough. Ghost is tough, especially if you don't know what you're doing and you're matching up with random people. Like that makes it damn near impossible, unless you have comms and like y'all figuring it out. But like doing that with no comms, you gotta have text chat at least. Gotta have text chat.
That's a power play. You took them, now hold them.
We did like 12 runs. We did a lot of raids, man. We definitely did. I don't know what I'm doing right now, chat, but this is what I said earlier. I told you, I said I get lazy in PvP sometimes. I am so invested in this conversation. I have forgotten completely that we're supposed to be getting in a comp. I'm supposed to be like getting myself amped up to like do my placement matches and not shit the bed, but this might end up being our worst placement. I usually place, chat? I usually place gold 2, gold 3, gold 2. This is about to be my worst placement ever. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be real bad.
Don't be lost. They have advantage. One final push and victory is yours.
Like I might end up in the bronze tier, chat. You said you explaining the boss fights when we ran Ghost back in the day confused the shit out of me. Hey man, look, it's tough. It is tough. It is tough. But that's the hard thing about using Fireteam Finder. Like if you are going in and you know you have to teach people in a Fireteam Finder setting, it's hard because teaching people in general, like in the Discord, I could say to you like, all right, look, I'm gonna take my time, I'm gonna teach you. We might not get it done today, but we'll come back to it tomorrow or something like that. A lot of people don't do that in Fireteam Finder. It's like, yo, I'm just trying to get this shit done, get in, get out. Me, depending on the team, I might be like, yo, look, we can add each other and maybe we'll finish it later. But nowadays, I don't have time for that. I can't do that. But like, I would do something like that. That's what I do with folks in the Discord. Like when we started doing runs of Salvation's Edge, you know, and we don't have like a big Discord. So like whoever wanted to do Salvation's, you're gonna have to learn it. So when we started doing those runs where we were teaching people, I was just telling folks straight up, I was like, look, this is gonna be a 2-day raid because I'm gonna teach you all the mechanics. I'm gonna let you guys try stuff. You're gonna make a lot of mistakes. It's okay. We'll get as far as we can, and then we'll just come back the next day, or you know, we'll plan it out whenever people are free. So that's how we were doing our raids for a little while, especially Salvations, because Salvations, y'all know Verity takes a little bit. So, you know, you got to give people some leeway, but that's hard to do in a Fireteam Finder setting. So, especially if you're doing that shit with no comms. that's a challenge. That's a challenge. Yo, what's going on, Will? You say, is it this week we get Judgment, or is it still time gated because Bungie's confirming it's there? Oh my God, this dude. No, Judgment is gonna be next week. Next week is Prophecy. Bones said Explore mode comes in. I'm in there by myself and shit is exactly what you were saying. Hey, look, again, I'm gonna shout out Explore mode because it's been really dope to see people come in and be able to do these dungeons, be able to learn them on their own, or have people teach them using the Explorer mode, like tool tips and visual guides. Like that's been a really, really cool thing to see. And shout out to Explorer mode, man, because so many people are like soloing dungeons, and I'm like, that's awesome, you know. And that's kind of like what I want to see. I hope this like method stays around for like future content, to add that base level of understanding so that people can learn at their own pace and, you know, build confidence, because a lot of it is confidence. A lot of it is not necessarily skill. If you lack the confidence, then you're going to feel like you're dog shit. Hey, you're just not going to perform, you know. But if you're able to build up confidence and understanding, then when you attempt to do things on higher difficulties, you know, you could at least have the confidence that you know what you're doing, and then you got to just work on the next thing, which is performing, you know. So I really like that they did Explorer mode, and I hope they do like stuff like that going forward, you know, with different things. Will they do that with raids? I don't know. Raids, you could do it with raids. You could absolutely have like an Explorer mode in raids. That would be pretty sick, you know, and that would be great for teaching. You know, that would be fantastic for teaching new players. I would love to see that. Would y'all actually like to see that, like an Explorer mode in raids? I think it could work.
Enemy claims zone C. Enemy has advantage.
Definitely in the Explorer raids. B said, yeah, you can invest in the folks in Discord LFG because you'll likely see them again. True. Yep. You still haven't done Salvations. You know, what was I gonna say? The tough thing about like getting raids done after they've been out for a while is you gotta find the groups that are dedicated to doing raids, because they're gonna be the ones that continue to do raids like as they become older raids. It's harder to do with like smaller groups, you know what I'm saying, because you don't have time for everything, right? You're already trying to find time to do a raid. So like trying to find time to do raids just to help people do old raids is hard. because now you have to find people who want to do the old raids. And at this point in time, for like a small Discord, most people might have stuff. And you can't make everyone want to do stuff to help people. Unfortunately, that's just not how it works. Like, I'm always down to help folks, but I can't, it's hard to find like 5 other people that just want to do a raid just because. You know, I hope to be able to get to the point where that's a thing, but you know, we just don't have the availability of people for stuff like that, you know. So again, maybe one day, you know, maybe one day. Like, I'd love to be able to just, you know, start up a stream and be like, yeah, man, we're doing some raid helps today. Like, I would love to do that. But one, I don't stream long enough for that. Like, we'd probably do like 1 raid per stream. You know, but it would, for us, it wouldn't work. But I love the people who do like spend time doing that. You know, I love that stuff, man. Like, I remember I first met Danfinity. I don't even know if he remembers this shit, but I've met Danfinity as a viewer in his chat because I was just trying to get Scourge of the Past done. And I got to run a raid with him, and he was doing like these guaranteed anarchy runs. And I legit got that shit guaranteed first try. It was awesome, man. It was awesome. It was so freaking awesome. Yeah, what's going on, Trent? My bad, chat. I know I'm rambling and I'm doing a bad job of keeping up with y'all. But on the topic of the raids in the Discord, B also said that's a perfect way to do a raid because approaching it out like that out the gate can get folks to participate that might not usually want to because they don't know how to do a raid and don't want to blame and don't want to blame. Yeah. Yep, that is definitely true. And yeah, that's why I take my time with it. That's why I take my time. You said absolutely, even if it was just like encounter based and not entire raids. Yeah, like I think even if it is the whole raid, like doing an explorer mode raid would be pretty sick, you know? It'd be pretty sick. You can go in there, maybe you could go in there, right? And they can make it where it's, you know, you scale the damage, right? Hey, listen, it would still be tough. It's a raid. I don't think there's any way you can balance I don't think there's any way that you can balance a raid in explorer mode to make it where it's like super easy for people to just jump in and solo, right? Like you'd probably maybe need like a fire team of 3. Maybe you could clear it on explorer mode. You know, maybe they'll scale it something like that. You said when our man was like, vow anyone, I immediately went to the loot table and was like, is there anything I need? Exactly. And that's how it goes, right? And listen, I know this, man. Like, we've had this Discord for a long time. Like, I know what folks are thinking to a certain extent. And I know why people don't answer a lot of messages because, you know, that's how a lot of people approach it. It's like, yeah, I don't need anything from that, so I'm not going to jump in. A lot of people say, I won't jump in because I'm going to save the spot for someone who needs it, right? And then I'm sitting over here like, bro, we ain't got enough people to need it. We need bodies. That's what we need. We need bodies. Because at most there might maybe be like 1 or 2 people, right? But then there might be like 10, 15 people that have done the raid. So at that point, it's like, yeah, it's really just having people who don't mind doing raids that want to jump in and, you know, help out. That's really, if I wasn't so far away, chat, we would have had them. But at that point, you know, that's just what it is. Just finding people who have the time. You know, that, oh, I gotta say, oh, I fumbled. I don't know how they let me kill them, but I fumbled, chat. I am so not taking this match serious. What was I saying, chat? I got distracted. Anyways, I think I made my point. Will said not much, just at work. Also, young Amkar's spine is gnarly and crucible, especially if you have a good incandescent gunner sunshot with a heap of aim assist. Oh yeah, dude, yeah. That sunshot is nice. Sunshot is nice. Yeah, right now I'm just trying to get any kind of rhythm going in PvP. I'm supposed to be playing comp, but we just been kind of chatting the whole time. I don't even know if we're gonna get to comp today, chat. I don't even know if we're gonna get to the comp. Because I gotta do, what is it, 7 placement matches, right? Trent said Division 2 devs added a discovery mode for the raids. Have I done them? No, but I heard they're good. That's awesome. That's a good idea too, right? Just the way, even if it's not that, you know what, Trent? That's the idea right there. If it's not gonna be explorer mode raids, a discovery mode would be awesome, right? Just for people to just be able to just go in, maybe like explorer dungeons, just have like tool tips and like visual guides to explain things so that you can go in and just kind of like understand the layout, what's going on in there, and just kind of like walk through the raid and explore the environments and things. I think that would be pretty cool. I think an explorer mode, or you know, a discovery mode, either one, I think that'd be pretty cool. If Bungie decided to do that for raids, you know, I think a lot of new players would appreciate that, and a lot of Sherpas would appreciate that too, because it's a nice tool to have, right? When you want to teach people stuff. I think that could work. I think that could work. Will said, I've only done King's Fall and Vogue up to the Gorgons because everyone kept getting caught. You know, I'm trying to think. When's the last time we did Vogue? It's been a while. I want to say, I want to say that we were really doing raids around Final Shape. And then after episode Echoes, raids just got really quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like raids got really quiet. And we did like a couple here and there, like occasionally, because what I do, right? What I do is when the DLC drops, first we attempt day one with experienced raiders who want to just get a day one experience, right? I don't usually take first time raiders into a contest mode because that's a little crazy. But like people who do raids, but they've never done a contest mode, I'll usually be like, yo, who wants to do the raid? We jump in, we just attempt, you know, the day one stuff. We see how far we get just for the experience, just for the vibes. And then after that, you know, we run the raid on normal. Usually I try to run with the group that ran contests or whoever's interested at that point, just so that we can learn the mechanics. And then we do like a weekly scheduled raid for the newest raid, right? Because again, I try to keep things scaled to the Discord. It would be kind of crazy if I put up posts for like every single raid because I can't commit to that. And I know that if I put every single raid, there's going to be like 15 different people picking one raid instead of all of us just kind of like agreeing to do one. Because that's what I'm saying. Like at our scale, we can't spread too thin. We got to like kind of all agree on one thing, you know what I mean? And kind of do that thing. But, you know, so usually we do that. We usually stick to like the newest raid. And then if we get a lot of engagement with the newest raid, then we'll fill it out. We'll be like, yo, does anybody want to do this? And then we'll take it from there. You know, we'll do like older raids. So that's usually how we do it. Like if there's a weekly featured raid, we do like checkpoints and stuff. Because again, it's hard to get people to sit down for that amount of time and commit. You know, it's hard to do that. But as we continue to grow and more people come in and more people feel comfortable to like jump in and do stuff and, you know, whatnot, hopefully we get to the point where we can do that. But, you know, if not, I always tell folks, there's a whole bunch of like bigger communities and this is what they do. Like we have a creator in the Discord. There's a creator named Vertical Vixen. She has a Discord, dude. That's what her community does. They do raids. Like they just Sherpa people. So you guys can always, I know she reached out in the Discord like a month or so ago, but you guys can always go to like other communities that do raids and do raids. Cause I want people to just do raids. Like if you guys want to vibe with us and do raids, by all means, you know, I just try to get folks to understand like we're a little limited, but we do what we can. But I want people to like get stuff done. So like if you want to get stuff done, like I could point you to where the communities are. Like, you know, Danfinity is awesome. Dan is awesome. The two Dans. Vertical Vixen, she's awesome. Save the Blade, I know he does like GMs and stuff. I know they do raids. Like there's a bunch of like really dope creators who do this stuff and they have like the communities, you know, for this kind of stuff. So yeah, absolutely, like do that shit. Next game soon. Yes. I know. What time does the game start tonight? Is it 8 or 9 o'clock? Yo, chat, I need all the good vibes, okay? I need all the good vibes because I need my Knicks to win tonight. All right. I know we don't got a bunch of basketball fans in the chat. I understand that. I know everybody in here is not into hoops. That's okay. But I just need the good vibes. I just need the good vibes. That's it. Is it at 8 o'clock? Fuck. That's crazy. Because we're kind of cooking right now. but I know my Knicks need me, man. But this is kind of crazy because we are having a good stream right now. I am getting fucking cooked.
Zone B captured. Zone advantage is yours.
Let's see. Will said it's still 3 taps too. Happily help with comp after work. Honestly, I probably won't be on at that point, but I'm gonna do comp like another day maybe because it's too late at this point, chat. We're not gonna have time, but maybe another day. I'll probably take the help, you know, well, help, whatever y'all want to call it. If y'all want to join, whatever, because I don't really I don't push for like climbing the ranks. I'm not going for ascendant. It's really just grinding the pulse rifle, and I haven't even done a single.
You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you?
You would be.
Back to me.
You would be the one. You would be the one. But yeah, what was I gonna say? You just fucking threw me off. What was I just saying, Chad? Oh yeah, I gotta do my placement matches. So usually we always do the placement matches solo. So I'll stream that, and then after we do that, you know, we could have folks in the chat. Whoever wants to join, we could run some comp. But I'm probably gonna do that another day because we don't have time to do 7 placement matches. I kind of just talked the whole stream away and just played normal comp. I think I kind of exposed myself, chat. We might need to play a little bit more PvP before I jump into comp. You said when they brought Icebreaker to D2, they did it so dirty. I want my regenerating ammo. Bro, it would be so fucking busted if they did that. You said how many good Aussies are in the NBA? And are there any good? Yeah, there's a few of them. There's a few good Australian players. I don't want to name the wrong ones. I know there's some good young like Australian players. There was one really good one. I think Ben Simmons is Australian too, right, Chad? I don't know what the fuck happened to Ben Simmons, but he was really good. Something happened. He fell off. But yeah, I want to say when I was watching the Olympics, I saw their team. They have a really good squad. Like they have some good up and coming young players, and even some like established veterans. Like Patty Mills is Australian. Like they got good players. They have good players. This man, let's go Pacers. That's crazy. Let's go Knicks.
You have advantage.
Yo, later King. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. You said, what you mean jumping cold? You said Ben Simmons LFG'd into Verity to broke. Some say he's still in Verity to this day. Some say he's still in there. We were doing all right the first, don't no lie, chat. The first like 2 games we played were all right. And then I don't know what happened. Thumbs just fell off a cliff. We regressed. I didn't even try to switch things up either. I probably should have, because I don't even think I'm going to use this pulse. I might rotate to it, but I think if we end up playing, I'm going to use Rose.
5 minutes remain.
You said get him out of here with that Pacers, right? Bro came in and said, let's go Pacers. Ain't you a Heat fan, dog? My man is a Heat fan. You said Pacers been mid since Reggie Miller left? That's what I like. That's what I like. That's what I'm talking about. Pacers are mid. Nah, real shit though. Pacers are legit. Pacers are a good team. They're solid. Pacers are. I respect the Pacers. Like I do. And I respected them coming into the series. I was like, look, I think legit the Knicks are the better team, right? I think the Pacers have a really good team, and I think they play well together. They have great chemistry and they have great depth. But I do think the Knicks are the better team. Like both teams, you know, playing at their best, the Knicks are gonna beat them in a series. I don't think anybody can legit. If you say otherwise, bro, you come on, son. Like, come on. You gotta just be hating at that point, because it's like, what do you mean? But anyways. That game starts in Like 4 minutes. It's not gonna start on time anyway, Chad. It's gonna start like maybe 8:15, right? Or are they legit gonna start on time? Is that what we're looking at? Are they actually gonna start on time? Because I feel like the games usually start like 8:15, 8:20. They never start on time. So who getting blocked? Debatable. The team that was in the Eastern Conference last year ain't been good since Reggie. I mean, bruh, come on, son. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's not do that now. The Pacers did not make the Eastern Conference Finals because they were the better team. Like, come on, man. Come on. The Knicks fell apart injury-wise, and they were still competing with like 6 dudes. And I know you're gonna make the joke, Tibbs only plays 6 dudes. It's not the point. It's not the point. The Knicks were competing with guys deep in their bench that ain't even seen the light of day. You know what I mean? And they somehow pushed it to game 7. I have no idea how they did that. Because I thought the Pacers were going to beat them before. Like when we started getting those major injuries, I thought we were going down like before then. So the fact that he even got to a game 7, I was like, damn. But come on, bro. The Knicks were the better team than the Pacers, and we didn't just have like one injury. We had like the whole fucking starting lineup was gone. You know. You said you want to see OG Bulls versus LeBron. LeBron's Lakers. Kind of think that would have been a great match, but OG Bulls would win easy. Oh, OG Bulls versus LeBron's Lakers? First of all, controversial take, but I don't count the bubble championship. I think as a I'm not even trying to get into this whole thing right now. I don't count the bubble chip, bro. I really don't. There's so many factors that were just not on the table going into that. Like it's still a chip. You had to compete against NBA talent. That does not get taken off the table. But I don't respect LeBron's Lakers, bro. I really don't. Like, where does LeBron's Laker championship rank in championships all time? Like, take the bubble out the equation. Just rank the championship, the team, who they played against. Like, does anybody even remember who they played against? Anybody? Anybody actually remember that championship? I don't. I'm just saying I don't. So I don't even know if I want to see LeBron's Lakers. I'd rather see LeBron's Cavs with Kyrie and K-Love versus, you know, the OG Bulls. But even then, I don't know, man. I think the Bulls would take them. There's better teams you could put against the OG Bulls where I'd be like, that might be a good game, but he said the only team that battled with the Heatles with young Paul George and Roy Hibbert ain't been good since Reggie. Bro. Oh, man. Yo, Roy Hibbert was in the building last game. I don't know if anybody saw him on the broadcast, but as soon as I saw him in the back, he was behind, I think he was behind the Knicks bench. And I was like, oh, shit, it's Roy Hibbert. You said you think the most fun you ever had in Destiny was when me, you, and Derek and Arana did everyone for themselves in a private match. That was a good time. Those private matches were mad fun. That was really good. We're gonna do more of that kind of stuff. I got to get back into the flow of things. You know, we took like a week off. I think it was more than Chad. We've been really inconsistent with streams. Let's just put it that way. There's a lot of shit going on outside of this stuff that I'll update you guys on, like when the time is right. But all of that stuff aside, like we're gonna get back into the flow of things slowly and build this thing back up. You know, I appreciate everybody who pulled up today. I say it all the time, but it means a lot that you guys, you know, come through and spend your time, whether it's on Twitch, YouTube, whatever. You know, appreciate y'all. You know, y'all don't have to be here, but you choose to. So I'm grateful. Last couple ones, but Will said, I'm a 36-year-old Aussie. I sadly don't get much basketball coverage, so I still refer to old teams. Bring back Dennis Rodman hairstyles. Hey, man, look, I respect it. It's not a real ring. The Heat? You count it? You count the bubble chip? We're going to have to talk about that. We're going to have to have a conversation because what? Man, that's crazy. It was fair all around for everyone. I agree with that. I agree that the bubble was a very fair, like, playing ground. But what I'm saying is in in the realm of NBA championships and everything that comes with an NBA season, the mental side of it, the physical side of it, all of it, right? That climb to a championship, that is not what they had to endure in that bubble. It is not the same. It was a fair playing ground within the literal bubble of the bubble, but it does not compare to any other championship that has ever been had, ever. Like, it's a ring, yes, it's a championship. Like, when you look at LeBron's rings at the end of the day, it will be one of his championships that count towards his legacy. But I'm just talking about the value of that championship. I feel like it's disrespectful to rank that among any other like championship that exists within the NBA's history. It's not the same, bro. There's so many factors that you're like taking off the table, you know? So many things. You said if Bam and Dragic don't get hurt, the Heat win. I agree with that. Like, I agree with that because I did not believe in that Lakers team. I really do. I really do. You said Jordan's Bulls is still beating everyone except maybe the Warriors with KD. Oh, Jordan's Bulls is not beating that Warriors team. I'm sorry. Like, I love MJ. That's my GOAT. But like, Jordan's Bulls are not beating the Warriors with KD. No, not a chance. Absolutely not. You said as long as you're healthy and mentally doing good, bro, that's what matters. I appreciate that. He said it's not a real ring. Finals ain't supposed to be fair. Yeah, and during that time, I mean, most listen, you hear players say it all the time, but by the time the finals come through, bro, like, nobody's healthy, you know, everybody's tired physically, mentally, you know, you've endured the rigors of an NBA season, you know, the ups and the downs, the trials, tribulations, all that kind of stuff. Like, there's so much stuff that goes into, you know, getting to that point on and off the court. And all of that stuff counts. You know, all of that stuff adds to the narrative, you know, the path you go on to get to a chip. Nobody had to endure that shit. And I understand, you know, where the world was at that time. I get it. I know where we were. I'm not ignoring that and taking that off the table. But yeah, man, like, there's a lot of things that they did not have to endure for that chip. A lot of factors. But it's a battle of attrition. Orbs. What's up, babe? I'm almost done. I'm about to wrap this up because because the Knicks game is on. You know, we gotta go. No, I said the Knicks game, not you. She thought I was rushing off stream because she thought I was like, oh, girl, guys, my girl said I gotta go. That's not the case. Oh, it's hot in here. It's hot in here. How long am I still playing Control? Cruel, we're actually about to end it right after this match. I'm about to head out. But we'll be live again on Friday. We'll be doing some more. I'm gonna play more PvP in the coming streams. So, oh wow, I missed that shit. But yeah, we're gonna be playing some more PvP in the coming streams and mixing up with some new games. We got some other games I need to play. But yeah, Friday is probably the next time, unless folks want to play in the Discord. If I'm free, I'm down. But that will probably be the next time. But this is gonna be the last match for the day. Oh shit. Chip. You said I'd have to see it play out because you got to remember those 96 Bulls were defensive as fuck. I mean, what that mean? What does that mean? You know what I mean? When you say they're defensive as fuck, that, like, you think that automatically means like they locking somebody up? Like, sir, that's not how it works. It's not how it works. You said, hell, if the Celtics don't win one last year, if they didn't have an easy... Bro, who are you telling? Who are you telling? You could say the same thing about the Bucks, too. The Bucks walked to a championship. You know, and again, I get it. You got to still go out there and win the game. But like, come on, man. Let's be honest here. And listen, it's not their fault, right? It's not their fault. I'm not trying to take that away from them. It's not their fault that other teams got injured, right? Like even when talking about the Pacers from last year, it's not their fault the Knicks got hurt, you know? But I'm just saying, like, if I'm gonna really look at it, I'm not calling you a great team yet because the team you beat got injured and you made it to the finals. I'm not giving you that, you know? Me personally, you don't have to agree with that, but I'm not giving you that. You know, I'm not giving you that. Like you gotta come back again next year and, you know, and do it again. Or even look, bro, if you made it to the Eastern Conference Finals for 4 years straight, and every time you beat a team that everybody was injured, like all the stars, look, at a certain point you gotta just be like, look, you getting there every year. Yeah, the team is injured, but hey, look, you're in the playoffs. But like 1 year you go and you make it to the conference finals because the team was injured. And then, you know, again, like, nah, that's, I'm putting an asterisk on that.
Captured Zone C. Zone advantage is yours.
Yes, sir. Will said he's going to be in Discord after work if anybody wants to jump in and do stuff, man. So, yeah, man, make sure you guys get in Discord and group up and do some things and get shit done, man. Get shit done. Ain't no defense for a healthy KD stuff. That's what I'm saying. Milwaukee did as well. Yep. Just gonna say the Bucks chip. Yep. Everybody's saying the Bucks. Yep. Yep.
Enemy has your zone.
Yep.
You captured Zone B.
Hey, dude. Absolutely. Oh, we are getting cooked. Oh, that's fucked. Oh, there's no way you missed that X. Oh, I shouldn't have. I just soloed. You ain't deserve. I don't know why I saw that piece of ice chat and I thought they popped a super. That's fucked up. I hit him with that solar super. That's not right. That's not right. It's the solo Nova all over. Facts. Oh my God, facts. I deadass thought that Titan was popping Glacial Quake. And then I realized it was just a grenade.
Power play. Keep the pressure on.
Knicks 5, Pacers 6. All right, all right. How does it look right now as they coming out? Are they coming out strong or is it gonna be another slow start? Ooh, I didn't kill that person. Oh damn, I just sold on my team. Oh, that's the freak. There was a Glacial Quake coming back. Same dude. You say you honestly like Milwaukee, Minnesota, Toronto. Those are your favorite teams back on NBA Jam 164. A. I've never like the. You know what's funny? One of my favorite players used to be Michael Redd. From the OG Bucks teams, Michael Redd used to be one of my favorite players because I'm a lefty, bro. I used to look at all the lefty players. Zach Randolph was one of my favorite players, lefty. I'm talking about just favorite players. Like Joe Johnson is one of my all-time favorite players. His game is just so smooth. Like I used to try to be like Joe Johnson. Kobe obviously is my GOAT. You know, that's my favorite player all time. Melo. Like Melo will always be one of my favorites. Like it's Melo, Kobe, and Joe Johnson are like my top 3 favorite players. Top 3 favorite. I'm not saying top 3 greatest. I'm saying top 3 favorite. Before anybody get it twisted and be like, what the fuck did you just say? Got your Joe Johnson jersey on as we speak? Bro, Joe Johnson was my guy, man. Am I a lefty? Yeah, bro. Yeah, well, fact, shout out to Michael Redd. Oh, I'm about to get cooked. I'm cooked. Yep. Bro, Michael Redd, man, that was my dude. I really used to fuck with Michael Redd.
You eat monsters for breakfast. you can win a battle for territory. Again.
I was heartbroken about Randall being traded. Nah, I wasn't. I wouldn't say I was heartbroken. Wait a second. Hold up. Oh, okay. Yo, you know what's crazy? For some reason, chat, I was about to say, wait, have we been streaming in the wrong category this whole time? I thought we were in just chatting. I thought we were in just chatting this entire time. But no, I wouldn't say I was heartbroken when Randall got traded. Like, I'm not one of those Knicks fans who was like, yo, he needed to go. We got one of them fans in the chat right now. He'll milk him. He's gonna make himself known in a second. Just give it a second. You'll know who he is. But I wasn't one of those Knicks fans who was like, yeah, they need to trade Julius. Like, my thing is, like, watching Julius throughout his whole career, like, first of all, he was, what was it, All NBA like 2-3 times, right? Or he was a 3-time All-Star, 2-time, whatever the case was. He was an All-Star and All NBA performer for the Knicks, right? Like 2-3 times, something like that. And my thing was, when we got him, was everybody was like, bro, he's ass, he's this, he's that. And I'm like, bro, Julius is not ass. Julius is not a number one option. And the problem with the Knicks is every time we get a talent, they need to be a number one option, right? Like, bro, we had Marcus or Markieff Morris, whichever twin it was, that motherfucker looked like he was an MVP for real Knicks fans who remember that season. He was dead ass looking like an MVP, but it was just because he's a talented player and he was the best player on the roster. So he was doing everything for the Knicks. And he was dead ass in conversations for like All-Star and MVP, like early on in the season. Because people were like, what the hell? So it's like, it's the same effect with Julius, right? Like, he came in, he's the best player on the team. You're going to project him into, you know, being a number one option. And I just looked at it like this, like, Julius is not a number one option. That's not what he excels. He does not excel as a number one option. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, these guys who are really, really good, great, but they have ceilings, you know, and that's why you have to build your team right and surround them with the people that they need. So it's like, Julius needed like a team around him. Julius needed to be like a third option. Julius is a third option. At his best, he's a Chris Bosh. You know what I'm saying? He is the Chris Bosh. Not literally in terms of how he plays, but like, he's the Chris Bosh. He's the third player. But he does not rise to the occasion when it comes to being a number one option or a number two option, right? Look at him on the Timberwolves. Ant-Man didn't perform. Julius showed up sometimes, which is what he did in New York. But when they needed him most, he couldn't step up because that's not him. It's not him. And I don't charge him for that. It's like, that's your job. You know, Julius is there in the role of being a sidekick, but that's not his role. He's not a number two guy. He's a number three guy. He can't be the guy that you fall on to win you a game in a needed situation. He's not that guy. He's not that guy. He can't handle that pressure, and he doesn't have the skill set to carry that amount of pressure. He can't carry that weight. But I'm not going to sit up and say, like, Julius is trash. Like, I see his value, but, like, you know, the Knicks definitely did not have the team to take advantage of it. I would put it this way. If Julius was still on the Knicks this season, though, I would have said that, you know, if we were in any series with Jalen and who did we pick up first, Chad? Did we pick up Cat or Mikhail? I can't remember, but one of the two. I forget who we picked up first. But if we had one of those guys, not both, one, and we would have had Julius, are you kidding me? The amount of depth we had? Come on, son. We had so much depth last season. And this season we have no depth. So, oh, man. Wait, who's I said that? You said I need to get the OG Space Jam lads together for a charity match against the new Space Jam group. He carried the Nuggets that series. Wait, who was I talking about? My bad. I totally fell off of who I was talking about. You're talking about Julius? The Nugget series. Oh, yeah, that's right. The Timberwolves did play the Nugget series. You're right. No, he absolutely did. And that's what I'm saying. He can do that, but he's not going to take you all the way is what I mean. Like, he's not going to take you all the way. Like, right now, like, he did it for you in one series, right? But he couldn't do it yesterday. You know what I mean? He couldn't do it in the game that they really, really needed. Like, as you get As you get further and further in, like you need them dudes, like you need those number one options to be able to handle that kind of pressure. And they're not going to always do it, but you look at the cream of the crop, the top tier stars, they show up. They show up and they show out. You said talking about Redrix and they deviated so fast to basketball, bro. Listen, chat. If it's two things that I could talk about all day, is streaming, well, I should say content creation, and basketball. I could talk about that shit all day. Like we could do that all day because I hope for real, chat. Like if I ever decided to do like some IRL shit, y'all will be getting basketball content because I hoop for real. Like I love basketball. Like, and I'm about to get my ass up in a second, go watch this Knicks game. You know, shout out to anybody who just joined the stream, by the way. If you're on YouTube or on Twitch, appreciate y'all. We're just wrapping up though. I did not end up getting Redrix. For anybody who was tuning in to see if we got Redrix, I did not get Redrix. I didn't get a chance to finish because we just been chatting the whole time, like about a lot of stuff. It's been good vibes, good conversation. But we're gonna have to postpone the Redrix stream for Friday. I promise y'all, Friday. Wait, hold up. Do the Knicks play Friday, chat? No, what's today? Tuesday? They play Thursday. Bet we're safe. Friday, chat. We will be playing. We will be doing some comp. We will be getting our Redrix, and finally doing our placement matches. I feel like I've been postponing this shit all season, but I swear to y'all, Friday it will happen. It will happen. You know. But yeah, we've been all over the place. We've been all over the place with conversations, man. All over the place. But yeah, man, if you guys are in the chat, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that follow button on YouTube as well. Hit that like button, that subscribe button. If you've enjoyed the stream, you know, if you enjoyed the conversation and you want to come back for more, because I am, unfortunately, chat, I am going to be calling it for now. But I will be in the Discord, so if anybody's not in the Discord, !Discord, you guys can join up. And we can continue this conversation. If you're not following me on social media, be sure to hit the socials. But yeah, chat, if I didn't miss anything else going on in the chat, you said you're more concerned about Ant. Me too. We could talk about Ant some more. Like I got a lot of things we can say about Ant. I might hit you up in the Discord and we can continue that conversation. But we gotta talk about Ant. We gotta talk about Ant. But chat, I'm gonna head out. You guys enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Appreciate you guys, man. Thank you for all the love, all the subs, all the follows. Again, appreciate y'all for the 300 on Twitch. Cause I don't know when we hit that. I think who was the one who pushed us over? Let's see. Who was the last person to follow that pushed us over 300? Two Tails followed us today. Trust followed us. That would have been 301. Main Forever, yo, Main Forever. Shout out to Main Forever. Actually, I think Main Forever is from Twitter. Shout out to Main Forever, pushing us over to 300 and helping us to hit that goal. Say, great stream as always. Go Knicks, let's go, baby. I need the luck, chat. Except from B Green, because I know B Green root for the Pacers. But yo, chat, wish my Knicks some luck. All right, we gonna need it. We gotta tie this series up. I'm gonna catch y'all on Friday, man. Y'all be good. Enjoy the rest of your night. Peace. Stop hating, bro. Stop hating.
Come on now. You bastard. Ah, god damn it. Sick Night, hello. How are you, buddy? I got bopped by him right as I was trying to go for a bubble. Red Robin, hello. How are you? Night, what's going on?